So for this final part, I actually completely changed my concept from the magic tech stack to something I just call digital mysteries. I wanted to do this to have a few things that I'm more passionate about, but still have a variety of experiences within one. I also wanted to use gamification to show the true potential of what augmented reality can do, and also to have something that I could actually be proud of and want to show people at Showcase. And as a bonus, it also fits the spooky theme of the Showcase. For the goals and objectives, there's three literal goals. Those are teach people to use the AR, show them what it is capable of, and to keep their attention and intrigue throughout the experience. But on the covert side, that is also to showcase my UX design skills. How little do I have to actually tell them for them to understand? I also want to show them, of course, what I can do with 3D design and augmented reality, and I want to stand out through the gamification of the experience. Looking into how the AR experience actually works, the first step is that the user sees the poster seen on the right here. The user is quickly told very simply how to launch the AR experience, and at the bottom, they can choose from 4 different augmented reality experiences. All of those have different mystery or challenge levels, and they also tell you the time that it takes to complete them, and there's a short description. The user then scans one of the QR codes and gets taken into the Web AR app. The first step is the tutorial, which is the same on each of the 4 experiences. And this tutorial was based around the idea that when I tested my AR with people who had never used AR, 3 primary pain points came up. The first one is that people simply didn't know what AR actually is, and comprehending that took them a second. The second was, how does one interact with the AR? And the third is what the purpose of a marker is. To then get through these pain points through easy tutorial, once the people then load into the augmented reality experience, they're asked if it's their first time using augmented reality. If it is so, then they get taken straight to the tutorial, and if it's not, then they are asked if they want a refresher. On the first tutorial screen, it's a basic explanation of how augmented reality works. Once they understand that, the second screen addresses the second pain point of people not realizing how they can interact with the experience. This screen tells them how they can move closer or further away and view the content from the sides. The third screen shows the specific marker for the experience they are in, and also simply explains what a marker is. The first experience on the list is the most simple and shortest one, which is simply a globe that I designed in Blender and put some pins on that show all the places I've traveled to in red, and the green pins are the 2 places that I've lived in. The second and third experience are similar and quite short, and are set in 2 of the biggest literary fantasy universes to date, so that maybe most people would be able to identify one of the 2 experiences. The missed one experience, they have to find a page in the glossary as prompted by the app. And on the Lord of the Rings one, the same goes, but it is one of the opening pages. Each of those experiences has rather small objects, which leads the users to intuitively move the camera in to see closer details, which is something they would need in the third experience. These experiences also introduce the mystery element in that people have to kind of look for the page that is the marker. The experiences also use music to make them more immersive. The fourth and final experience is a bit more complicated than the other ones. As the user loads in, they are first told that they are a newly produced positronic humanoid robot. Then they are shown the 3 laws that each one of those robots has to abide by. Then they are presented with 3 different scenarios, which are ethical or moral dilemmas in which they have to make choices. They can always look up the rules again, and once they are certain, they can make a choice. If they make the wrong choice, they get a red screen and a sound that tells them they've been wrong. They can retry, and as they get the green screen with the correct answer, they get an affirmative ding. All of these scenes are laid out in 3D at the size of about Playmobil characters, so that people can intuitively interact with them and move in and out of the scene. The experience is built to use some philosophical and ethical concepts that also come up in Isaac Asimov's sci-fi novels. This experience is also supposed to showcase how I can empathize through philosophy and ethics. Furthermore, it showcases my problem-solving skills. Once they complete the experience, the users then take you to my website.